South America. You know, a single name for a land of countless worlds. It is a continent that pulses with life in its green heart, and yet it is also a place of desolate, frozen beauty at its edges. From the air, one can begin to understand its immense scale. The view starts over a vast, unbroken canopy of trees. This is the Amazon, a sea of green that stretches farther than the eye can see. It is a world teeming with sound and movement, a place where millions of species live, breathe, and compete. The air here is thick with moisture, heavy with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. It feels alive. But this is only one side of the story. As we travel south and climb higher, the landscape begins to change dramatically. The endless green gives way to the stark, rugged peaks of the Andes. These mountains are the continent's spine, a formidable barrier of rock and ice. They stretch for thousands of miles. Here, the humid warmth of the jungle is replaced by a thin, cold air. The vibrant chorus of the rainforest fades into a profound silence, broken only by the whisper of the wind. It is a world of stone, snow, and sky, a testament to the raw power of geology and time. This is a land of breathtaking contrast. It is as if two different planets were fused together to create one spectacular continent. In one corner, you find the greatest celebration of life on Earth. In another, you find landscapes so harsh and unforgiving that life itself seems like a miracle. Understanding South America means understanding its extremes. It means journeying from the sweltering heat of the equator to the freezing winds of the far south. This journey reveals not just the diversity of nature, but also the incredible resilience of everything that calls this continent home, from the smallest insect to the most ancient cultures. Our journey will take us across this magnificent land of opposites. We will explore how these opposing forces of heat, cold, wetness, dryness. The story of South America is written in its rivers and its glaciers, in its deserts and its forests. It is a tale of constant change, of epic struggles, and of unparalleled beauty. To witness these extremes is to witness the very forces that have sculpted our planet. This is a journey into the wild heart of a continent defined by its spectacular and powerful dualities, a place of wonder and awe. The journey begins in the heart of the Amazon basin. Here, the world is a symphony of green. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, dappling the forest floor in shifting patterns of light and shadow. Great rivers wind like giant serpents through the forest, rivers carrying rich, earth-colored water. They are the arteries of this ecosystem. Life here is relentless and abundant. Monkeys call from the treetops. Colorful macaws flash through the air like living jewels. Beneath the surface, river dolphins navigate murky depths. Every inch of this jungle is alive with activity. This is the fire of life. The sheer density of species is almost beyond comprehension. Millions of insects buzz and hum, the jungle's low-frequency chorus. Jaguars, masters of stealth, patrol the forest floor. Their powerful forms move with silent grace. The air is so humid you can almost drink it. Growth. Decay happens at an accelerated pace, a world of intense competition and fragile balance. But then, we climb into the high Andes. The world transforms completely. Silence reigns. The palette shifts to white, gray, blue. We enter the realm of glaciers, vast rivers of ice. Colossal sculptures carved by time and gravity. Surfaces mapped by deep crevasses. Towering seracs. Ice glowing with ethereal blue light. The scale is immense, humbling. This is the silence of ice. Life here is sparse, clinging to sheltered nooks. The only sounds, the groan and crack of moving ice, distant roars of avalanches. An ancient elemental landscape, standing before a towering Patagonian ice wall, the immense, patient power of nature. The other extreme of South America, powerful and beautiful, a land of frozen stillness holding the continent's history within its icy heart. Our exploration will not stop at the jungle's edge. Pause continues, or the glacier's face. We will journey to the very ends of the continent's wild spectrum. We will stand in the Atacama Desert, one of the driest places on the entire planet. Here, the landscape resembles the surface of another world, a place where rain may not fall for years at a time. We will see how life, against all odds, finds a way to survive in this hyper-arid environment. Then we will travel to the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, the world's largest salt flat. After a rare rain, this vast white expanse transforms into a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky so flawlessly that the horizon disappears. From these desolate wonders, we will plunge into the thundering heart of Iguazu Falls. On the border of Brazil and Argentina, a colossal network of waterfalls sends millions of gallons of water crashing down every second. The sound is deafening. The air is filled with a permanent cloud of mist, a display of raw, unrestrained power. Then, we will sail to the isolated shores of the Galapagos Islands, a volcanic archipelago, a living laboratory of evolution. We will meet marine iguanas. We will meet blue-footed boobies. We will meet giant tortoises, creatures living in a world shaped by fire and sea. This journey is a quest to understand how such incredible diversity can exist within a single continent. We will visit the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, a vast floodplain, paradise for wildlife spotters. We will explore the sun-drenched tropical beaches of Brazil, where the rhythm of life is set by warm ocean tides. We will not only look at nature but also at the human story. We will ascend to the ancient city of Machu Picchu, a testament to Inca ingenuity, built in harmony with the mountain landscape. Join us as we explore a continent of staggering beauty and raw power. This is South America, as you have never seen it before. Fire meets ice, deserts meet wetlands. Ancient history lives alongside vibrant modern cultures, a journey through some of the most awe-inspiring landscapes on our planet, a story of extremes, a celebration of the incredible diversity of life, and a reminder of the wildness that still exists in our world. Welcome to South America, a continent of wonders. Our journey into South America's extremes begins in the great green ocean of the Amazon. From above, it appears as an infinite, textured carpet of treetops stretching to every horizon. This is the largest rainforest on Earth, a world unto itself. It is so vast that it creates its own weather, a colossal engine of heat and humidity that breathes life into the continent. We descend through the clouds, leaving the open sky behind, and plunge into the dim, emerald world below the canopy. The air immediately changes. It becomes thick, warm, heavy with the scent of wet earth, decaying leaves, and the sweet perfume of 1,000 unseen flowers. The scale of life here is almost impossible to comprehend. This forest is home to 1 in 10 known species on our planet. It is a vertical world, with different communities thriving at every level, from the dark, damp forest floor to the sun-drenched emergent layer high above. In the canopy, troops of howler monkeys send their guttural calls echoing through the trees, a sound that defines the Amazonian dawn. Flocks of brilliant scarlet macaws fly in pairs, their vibrant feathers a stark contrast against the endless green. Every leaf, every branch, every patch of soil is a stage for the drama of life and death. This is a realm of giants. Kapok trees, their trunks wider than a car, soar hundreds of feet into the air, their crowns forming islands in the sky. Below them, a labyrinth of vines and lianas twist and climb, competing for their share of precious sunlight filtering through dense foliage. The forest floor is a world of shadows, where only the most adaptable plants can survive. Fungi of bizarre shapes and colors sprout from fallen logs, playing their vital role as nature's recyclers, breaking down the dead to provide nutrients for the living. It is a closed system, a self-sustaining world of incredible complexity and efficiency. The sheer biodiversity is staggering. A single hectare of this rainforest can contain more tree species than all of North America. And for every species we can see, there are thousands more hidden from view, Millions of species of insects, many still unknown to science, teem in the undergrowth and the canopy. This isn't just a collection of trees. It is the planet's primary reservoir of life, a living library of genetic information that has evolved over millions of years. To step into the Amazon is to step into a world that is ancient, powerful, and pulsing with a vital energy that can be felt in the very air you breathe. Flowing through the heart of this great forest is a river of equal stature, the Amazon. It is not just one river, but a colossal network of more than 1,000 tributaries, draining a basin the size of a continent. These rivers are the lifeblood of the rainforest, the main highways for wildlife and people. Their waters are stained the color of tea by tannins from decaying leaves, meandering slowly through flat, low-lying landscape. From the air, they look like sinuous serpents, carving through the green expanse. Their paths constantly shift as they erode one bank and deposit silt on another, reshaping the land. Life in and along the river is as rich as in the canopy. Beneath the murky surface, a hidden world thrives. This is home to the Amazon river dolphin, the boto, a creature of myth and legend. Distinctive pink hue, flexible neck, navigating flooded forest with agility, using sonar to hunt in cloudy water. Here too swim the giant arapaima, one of the world's largest freshwater fish, a living fossil that surfaces to breathe. Caiman lie motionless on muddy banks, eyes just above the water, waiting. The river connects everything. Local communities build their lives around its rhythms. Stilted houses line the riverbanks, rising above floodwaters. The river provides food, the river provides transport, the river provides connection to the outside world. Canoes, paddled with silent skill, glide through main channels and hidden creeks. For river people, the forest is home and garden, providing medicinal plants, providing building materials. Ancestral knowledge shows life in harmony with nature. The seasonal pulse of the river dictates all life here. During the rainy season, water can rise more than 30 feet, flooding vast forest. This creates the igapo, the flooded forest. Fish swim among tree trunks, feeding on fallen fruits and seeds. For months, land and water blur, transforming the Amazon into an aquatic wonderland. The annual flood is not a disaster but life-giving, fertilizing land and dispersing life across the basin. Section 3. The Flooded Kingdom, Pantanal. Leaving the dense enclosed world of the Amazon, we journey south to a different kind of watery realm. This is the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland. It is not a forest, nor is it a permanent lake. It is a vast, open floodplain, a sprawling mosaic of grasslands, rivers, and forested islands that cover an area larger than many European countries. The landscape here is defined by immense open skies and a horizon that seems to stretch on forever. Unlike the Amazon, where life is often hidden in the dense foliage, the Pantanal offers a spectacular front-row seat to one of the greatest wildlife concentrations on the continent. The character of this land is dictated by the annual cycle of water. During the dry season from April to September, the water recedes, leaving behind a patchwork of shallow pools and lush grasslands. This is a time of plenty for grazing animals. Herds of capybaras, the world's largest rodents, gather on the riverbanks, seemingly unbothered by the caimans that share their space. Flocks of wading birds, including the magnificent jabiru stork, the symbol of the Pantanal, congregate in the shrinking pools to feast on trapped fish. The landscape is dotted with animals, all taking advantage of the concentrated resources before the rains return. Then, the rains come. From October onwards, the rivers swell and spill over their banks, inundating over 80% of the floodplain. The landscape transforms into a vast, shallow sea. What were once grasslands become aquatic prairies, and the forested islands, known as capoins, become vital refuges for terrestrial animals seeking high ground. This seasonal flood is the engine that drives the entire ecosystem. It brings a fresh deposit of nutrient-rich sediment, replenishing the soil and fueling an explosion of plant growth. The water, teeming with fish, spreads out across the plain, creating a paradise for aquatic life. This cycle of flood and drought has created a unique and incredibly resilient ecosystem. The plants and animals here are perfectly adapted to this ever-changing world. Some trees drop their seeds just as the floods arrive, using the water to disperse them far and wide. Fish species have evolved to migrate with the rising and falling waters, following the food source across the immense floodplain. It is a system of immense productivity, a seasonal spectacle of abundance and renewal. The Pantanal is a testament to the power of water to shape a landscape and to create one of the most vibrant and wildlife-rich environments on Earth. In this open, waterlogged world of the Pantanal, one predator reigns supreme. This is the kingdom of the jaguar, larger and more powerful than their Amazonian cousins. The jaguars of the Pantanal are the apex predators of this wetland ecosystem. They are masters of both land and water. With their beautifully rosette-patterned coats, they are masters of camouflage, able to melt into the dappled light of the riverine forests. But here, in the open spaces along the rivers, they are more visible than anywhere else in their range, offering a rare glimpse into the life of this elusive big cat. The jaguar's primary prey here is the caiman, a formidable reptile that can grow to over 8 feet long. Hunting such dangerous prey requires immense power and skill. The jaguar is a patient hunter, often stalking its prey from the riverbank, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Unlike other big cats, the jaguar has an exceptionally powerful bite, capable of piercing a reptile's tough hide or even a turtle's shell. It often kills with a single crushing bite to the back of the skull. Watching a jaguar hunt is to witness a display of raw, focused power, a perfect example of a predator at the peak of its evolutionary prowess. But the jaguar's diet is varied. Capybaras, deer, large fish. Its ability to swim powerfully makes it a uniquely aquatic feline. It is not uncommon to see a jaguar patrolling the river's edge or even swimming confidently across wide channels in search of new territory or a potential meal. This adaptability is the key to its success in the Pantanal. It is a creature that is completely at home in this world of water, a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of this incredible wetland. The health of the jaguar population is a direct indicator of the health of the entire ecosystem. The Pantanal provides the perfect stage to observe these magnificent animals. As the dry season progresses and the water holes shrink, the prey becomes more concentrated, and so do the jaguars. They patrol the riverbanks with a confident swagger, their presence respected by all other animals. Seeing a jaguar in its natural habitat, moving with silent grace and power, is an unforgettable experience. It is a powerful reminder of what is at stake and why protecting these vast, wild spaces is so crucial. The jaguar is not just an animal, it is the living embodiment of the wild heart of the Pantanal. Section 5. The Sun-Kissed Coast. From the freshwater floodplains, our journey now takes us to the edge of the continent, where the land meets the Atlantic. Brazil's coastline stretches nearly 4,600 miles. White sand beaches, secluded coves, dramatic cliffs. This is the sun-drenched tropical extreme of South America. The rhythm of life here is not dictated by river flooding, but by the gentle, constant pulse of the ocean tides. The air is warm and salty. The color palette shifts from the deep greens of the interior to the brilliant blues and turquoises of the sea. This is a world of coastal beauty, but also an ecosystem of great importance. Just offshore, coral reefs and rocky bottoms teem with a different kind of life. Schools of colorful fish dart through the clear, warm waters, while sea turtles glide gracefully over the seabed. These coastal waters are vital feeding grounds and nesting sites for countless marine species. On certain beaches, during the right season, thousands of sea turtle hatchlings emerge from their sandy nests and make a desperate dash for the safety of the waves, a timeless ritual that plays out under the tropical sun and moon. Perhaps nowhere is this coastal paradise more perfectly realized than on the archipelago of Fernando de Noronha. a volcanic outpost 220 miles off Brazil's northeastern coast. Its protected status has preserved it as a marine sanctuary of global importance. The waters here are exceptionally clear, offering visibility of up to 50 meters. This makes it a haven for divers and snorkelers, who come to witness the incredible abundance of marine life. It is home to the largest concentration of spinner dolphins in the world, and every morning, hundreds of them can be seen leaping and spinning in the air as they return to the bay to rest. This transition from the dense, humid interior to the bright, open coast showcases another of South America's incredible contrasts. We have moved from the wet, green world of the rainforest and wetlands to the salty, sunlit realm of the ocean. It is a shift from the enclosed canopy to the infinite horizon. Yet both are worlds teeming with life, each shaped by the powerful influence of water. This sun-kissed coastline represents the continent's vibrant, outward-looking face, a place where the energy of the land meets the immense power of the ocean. Section 1. The Spine of the Continent. Leaving the lowlands behind, our journey now takes a dramatic turn upwards. We ascend into the Andes, the longest continental mountain range in the world. This is the mighty spine of South America, a colossal wall of rock and ice that stretches for over 4,300 miles. The transition is profound. The warm, humid air of the jungles and coasts grows thin and cold. The lush, vibrant greens are replaced by a stark and powerful palette of deep grays, brilliant white. This is a world sculpted not by water, but by immense geological forces and the slow, grinding power of ice. As our perspective climbs, the sheer scale of the Andes becomes apparent. Jagged peaks tear at the sky, some rising more than 20,000 feet into the atmosphere. Deep canyons, carved over millennia by powerful rivers, slice through the high plateaus, revealing layers of geological history. This is a landscape of raw, untamed power. Time lapses reveal clouds pouring over ridges like waterfalls, and the sun casting immense moving shadows across the valleys. The Andes are not just a barrier. They are a world in themselves, a vertical realm of breathtaking beauty and formidable challenges. This mountain range is a creator of extremes. To the east, its massive form blocks moisture-laden winds from the Atlantic, helping to create the vast Amazon basin. To the west, it casts a long rain shadow, giving rise to the Atacama, one of the driest deserts on Earth. The mountains themselves are a land of dramatic contrasts. Tropical cloud forests on the lower slopes, Paramo, barren, windswept grasslands, and finally to the permanent snow and ice of the highest peaks. This rapid change in elevation creates a multitude of microclimates, each with its own unique community of life. The Andes are geologically young and active. They are part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, and the ground here is constantly shifting. Volcanoes, some dormant and others still rumbling, punctuate the range. Their periodic eruptions have enriched the soil with volcanic ash, creating pockets of surprising fertility in this high-altitude world. This is a landscape that is still being formed, a place where the immense power of the Earth is on full display. To enter the Andes is to enter a realm of giants, a place of stone and sky that commands respect and inspires awe. Section 2. The Vertical World. Life in the Andes is a constant negotiation with gravity and altitude. It is a vertical world where every inch of flat land is precious. As we move through these high valleys, we begin to see how nature and humanity adapt. The slopes are steep, the soil is thin, the air has far less oxygen. Survival demands strength. Survival demands ingenuity. Survival demands a deep understanding of the mountain's rhythms. Plants and animals here are specialists. The most iconic animal is the llama. Llama close-up. Long eyelashes dusted with snow, terraced mountains blurred behind, thick, shaggy coat for warmth, specialized blood cells for efficient oxygen transport. It navigates steep, rocky terrain with sure-footed grace. Llamas, vicuñas, guanacos, beasts of burden, a source of warm wool, a symbol of resilience. Their calm, watchful presence on the high plateaus, dark eyes reflecting the vast, empty skies. Plant life is equally remarkable on the Altiplano. Yareta, dense hard cushions hugging the ground, centuries-old growth. In the Paramo, frailejones stand like sentinels, trunk covered in old dead leaves, insulation. Rosette of soft, hairy leaves at the top, UV protection. Each plant is a marvel of adaptation. The ecosystem is structured vertically. Ascend and vegetation changes in distinct bands. Cloud forests shrouded in mist, scrubland, puna grasslands, bare rock, snow, ice. To travel up an Andean mountain is to pass through multiple climatic zones in a single day. This vertical zonation forces specialization, a tapestry of ecosystems packed into a small horizontal distance, a world stacked on top of itself. Well, Section 3. Children of the High Peaks. For millennia, people have made their homes in these high mountain valleys. The descendants of ancient civilizations, like the Inca, continue to live here. Their lives are intricately woven into the fabric of the mountain landscape. These are the children of the high peaks. Their biology has adapted over countless generations to the thin air. Villages built from stone and mud seem to grow from the mountainside. Communities at the edge of the sky, closer to the sun and stars. Life is hard, but rich with tradition and a profound sense of place. We visit a remote village clinging to a steep slope, houses clustered together for warmth and community. Red-tiled roofs splash color against the mountain. The air is crisp and clean. Life is slow, dictated by seasons and the needs of land and animals. Family and community are the cornerstones. People work together, sharing tasks and supporting each other. Faces weathered by sun and wind, etched with hardship and resilience. Their eyes shine with warmth and quiet strength. Daily life is a testament to human endurance and ingenuity. Agriculture is a battle against steep terrain and short seasons. To overcome this, farmers practice the art of terracing. They sculpt mountainsides into giant staircases of arable land. These terraces prevent erosion and let them cultivate potatoes, quinoa, corn. Some terraces are over 1,000 years old and still in use. They symbolize a harmonious relationship with the land. Community life often revolves around the local market. People walk for hours, llamas laden with goods, to the main square. The market is a vibrant explosion of color, sound, and smell. Brightly colored textiles, piles of potatoes of every shape and size, bundles of fresh herbs. It is more than trade, the social heart of the region. It is where news is exchanged, friendships are renewed, cultural traditions are celebrated and passed to the next generation. Section 4. Weavers of the Clouds. In these high-altitude communities, one tradition stands out for its beauty and complexity: the art of weaving. This is a skill passed down from mother to daughter, an ancient craft that is both a practical necessity and a profound form of cultural expression. Using wool from llamas, using wool from alpacas, the women create textiles of incredible intricacy and vibrant color. The process begins with shearing the animals, then cleaning the wool, and spinning the wool into fine thread using a simple hand spindle, a tool that has remained unchanged for centuries. It is a slow, meditative process, a rhythm that is deeply connected to the pace of mountain life. The colors of Andean textiles are a reflection of the landscape itself. Dyes are made from natural materials gathered from the surrounding environment. Cochineal insects provide brilliant reds. Chilca leaves create greens and yellows. Various minerals and clays produce a range of earthy tones. The knowledge of these natural dyes is a carefully guarded secret, a form of ancestral wisdom that connects the weavers directly to the land they inhabit. Each thread is imbued with the essence of the mountain, a piece of the earth transformed into art. The weaving itself is done on a simple backstrap loom, a portable device that allows the weaver to work almost anywhere. Close up. Hands working the loom. Every pattern and symbol woven into the fabric has a meaning. These are not just decorations. They are a visual language, a way of telling stories and recording history. Geometric designs might represent mountains, rivers, or stars. Stylized figures of llamas, condors, and pumas connect the weaver to the spiritual world and the sacred animals of the Andes. A single textile can tell the story of a community, a family, or an individual's place in the cosmos. In a culture that historically had no written language, these weavings served as a vital record, a library of cloth that preserved the identity and beliefs of a people. This art form is more than just a craft. It is a source of identity and pride. It connects the present generation to their Inca ancestors and reinforces their cultural heritage in a rapidly changing world. By wearing these traditional garments, known as mantas and ponchos, the people carry their history on their shoulders. The act of weaving is an act of resistance and resilience, a way of keeping the culture alive and vibrant. These weavers of the clouds are artists, historians, and guardians of a tradition that is as enduring and as beautiful as the mountains they call home. Section 5. The Silent Summits. As we ascend even higher, we leave the world of human habitation behind. We enter the final, most extreme realm of the Andes, the Silent Summits. This is the zone of permanent snow and ice, a world above 16,000 feet where life struggles to hold on. The air is razor thin, and the silence is absolute, broken only by the howl of the wind or the distant crack of a glacier. The landscape is a breathtaking panorama of white peaks set against a deep, dark blue sky. The sun here is fierce and unfiltered, casting sharp, dramatic shadows on the pristine snow. This is a place of elemental beauty, both serene and intimidating. Here, high on the shoulders of the mountains, lie vast glaciers. These are the water towers of the Andes, colossal reservoirs of frozen freshwater that have accumulated over thousands of years. During the dry season, their meltwater feeds the rivers and streams that flow down to the valleys and plains below, providing life-giving water for millions of people, for agriculture, and for entire cities. The health of these glaciers is directly linked to the well-being of the ecosystems and communities at lower altitudes. They are a critical yet fragile component of the continent's life support system. This high-altitude world is not entirely without life. The Andean condor, one of the largest flying birds in the world, soars effortlessly on the thermal updrafts. With a wingspan of over 10 feet, it can glide for hours without a single flap of its wings, a dark, majestic silhouette against the bright snow and sky. It is a master of this thin air environment, a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the Andes. On the rocky outcrops just below the snowline, small, hardy rodents called vizcachas, which look like a cross between a rabbit and a squirrel, sun themselves on the warm rocks, their thick fur protecting them from the biting cold. Standing on a high pass, surrounded by a cathedral of jagged, ice-clad peaks, one feels a profound sense of humility and wonder. This is a landscape that puts human concerns into perspective. It is a reminder of the immense age of the Earth and the powerful forces that continue to shape it. The silence of the summits is not an empty silence. It is filled with a sense of immense presence and power. It is the contemplative counterpoint to the vibrant energy of the Amazon, the cold, quiet heart of the continent. This journey from the populated valleys to the frozen peaks reveals the full, dramatic scope of the Andean extreme. Our journey now takes us to the southernmost reaches of the continent, to a land of myth and legend, Patagonia. This is a vast, sparsely populated region shared by Argentina and Chile, a place where the Andes Mountains crumble into the sea. The name itself conjures images of immense, windswept plains, jagged granite spires, a coastline fractured into a labyrinth of fjords and islands. As we travel south, the landscape becomes wilder, more elemental. The air grows colder, cleaner. Shaped by wind and ice, a place that feels like the very edge of the world, remote and untamed. The journey into southern Patagonia is a journey into a different kind of silence. Not the thin air silence of the high Andes, but a deep, resonant quiet filled with the sound of the wind. The wind is a constant presence here, sweeping across the steppes, bending trees into strange, tormented shapes, whipping glacial lakes into whitecaps. It has traveled thousands of miles of empty ocean, and it carries the chill of Antarctica. This landscape has been scoured clean, leaving only the strongest, most resilient forms of life. home to the southern Patagonian ice field, the third largest reserve of fresh water on Earth, after Antarctica and Greenland. A colossal sheet of ice, a remnant of the last great ice age, straddling the Andes, feeding dozens of major glaciers. From the air, an endless expanse of white, interrupted by dark, lonely nunataks piercing the surface. The frozen heart of Patagonia, source of the ice-scapes that make this region uniquely beautiful. Forces of nature here are on a scale that's hard to grasp. The mountains feel ancient and eternal. The glaciers are living rivers of ice, constantly moving, shaping, and reshaping the land. A world in constant flux. Rock, ice, water. To be here is to feel small, humbled by sheer power and grandeur. This is Patagonia, a final dramatic flourish at the end of a continent, a land of stark beauty and profound wilderness. From the great southern ice field, immense glaciers flow out like frozen rivers, carving their way down through the valleys they themselves have created over millennia. These are not static blocks of ice. They are dynamic systems, constantly in motion. Under the immense pressure of their own weight, the ice crystals deform and slide, allowing the glacier to creep slowly but unstoppably forward. This movement, often just a few feet a day, is one of the most powerful erosive forces on the planet, grinding mountains into dust, gouging out deep, U-shaped valleys and fjords. The landscape of Patagonia is the direct result of this relentless glacial sculpting. We approach one of these giants, a vast tongue of ice spilling down from the mountains, terminating in a large, milky blue lake. The surface of the glacier is a chaotic and beautiful wilderness of its own. It is a landscape of deep, dark crevasses that slice through the ice, revealing a startling, otherworldly blue from within. Towering pinnacles of ice, called seracs, stand like jagged teeth against the sky, sculpted by the sun, sculpted by the wind. Walking on the surface of a glacier is like stepping onto another planet, a world of shimmering ice and profound silence, where the only sound is the crunch of crampons, the distant whisper of meltwater running in hidden channels. The color of the ice is mesmerizing. It is not the simple white of snow. The immense pressure within the glacier squeezes out all the air bubbles, creating ice so dense that it absorbs every color of the light spectrum except for blue. This is why the oldest, most compressed ice glows with an intense, luminous blue that seems to radiate its own light. It is the color of ancient cold, the color of time itself, locked away within the frozen water. This deep blue is the signature of a healthy, active glacier, a sign of the immense forces at work deep within its core. These rivers of ice are the lifeblood of the region's ecosystems. In the summer months, their meltwater feeds the turquoise lakes that are a hallmark of Patagonia. These lakes are colored by glacial flour, fine sediment that has been ground up by the glacier's movement and is suspended in the water. This sediment scatters the sunlight, creating the opaque, vibrant blue and green hues that make the lakes so stunningly beautiful. The glaciers are therefore not just features in the landscape. They are the creators of the landscape, and the source of the water that gives it its unique and unforgettable character. Of all the glaciers in Patagonia, one is world-renowned for its dramatic and accessible display of power, the Perito Moreno. Located in Argentina's Los Glaciares National Park, this colossal glacier is one of the few in the world that is not retreating. It is in a state of equilibrium, advancing at a rate of up to 6 feet per day. This constant forward movement creates incredible tension within the ice, leading to one of nature's most spectacular shows, calving. We stand at a safe distance on a viewing platform, watching the glacier's towering face, a wall of ice that rises nearly 250 feet above the surface of the lake. The air is filled with a sense of anticipation. The glacier is far from silent. It groans, creaks, and cracks, sounds that echo across the water like distant thunder. These are the sounds of the ice moving, splitting under its own immense weight. We watch and wait, mesmerized by the sheer scale of the ice wall in front of us. Its face is a cliff of jagged, blue-streaked ice. Then, with a sharp crack that sounds like a rifle shot, a small piece breaks away, tumbling into the water below. This is just a prelude, a hint of the immense power that is about to be unleashed. Suddenly, a deep, resonant groan emanates from the heart of the glacier. A massive fissure appears in the ice wall. For a moment, everything seems to happen in slow motion. A colossal shard of ice, the size of a large building, leans forward, detaches from the main glacier, and begins its slow, majestic fall. It hits the water with a deafening roar, a sound that you feel in your chest as much as you hear with your ears. The impact sends a monumental wave surging across the lake, rocking the massive icebergs that already float there like battleships. It is a raw, visceral display of nature's power. After the main crash, the show is not over. The massive block of ice, now a new iceberg, bobs to the surface, rolling and turning in the water as it finds its balance. The newly exposed face of the glacier gleams with a brilliant, deep blue, a fresh wound revealing the ancient ice within. To witness a calving event at Perito Moreno is an unforgettable experience. It is a powerful, tangible reminder that these glaciers are not static monuments, but living, breathing entities. It is a front-row seat to the geological processes that have shaped our planet for eons, happening right before our eyes. Section 4. The Blue Heart of the Glacier. To truly understand the glacier, one must get closer. We take a small boat across the frigid waters of Lago Argentino, navigating a sea of floating ice. These are icebergs, or tempanos as they are known locally, calved from the faces of the many glaciers that terminate in the lake. They come in all shapes and sizes, small, crystalline chunks, massive floating mountains of ice. Each one is a unique sculpture, carved by the water and the wind. Some are brilliant white. Others, having recently rolled over, reveal an impossibly deep, translucent blue. They drift silently, like a fleet of frozen ghosts. The scale is deceptive from a distance. As our boat draws near to a larger iceberg, its true size becomes apparent. What we see above water is only about 10% of its total mass. The rest is hidden in the dark, icy depths below. The surface is a wonderland of texture and form. Meltwater has carved intricate channels and smooth, flowing lines into the ice. Air bubbles trapped within are released as the ice melts, creating a gentle fizzing sound, a phenomenon the locals call the breath of the glacier. It feels as if this ancient ice is slowly waking from a long sleep. Some of the glaciers in this region have carved out caves at their edges, creating ethereal ice tunnels. Venturing inside one is like entering another dimension. The light filters through the roof of dense blue ice, bathing everything in a surreal, magical glow. The walls are smooth and polished, sculpted by meltwater and the slow movement of the glacier. The silence inside is profound, absolute. It is a world made entirely of ice, a place where time seems to stand still. These ice caves are temporary cathedrals, beautiful but fleeting. The glacier's constant movement means they will eventually collapse and disappear, with new ones forming elsewhere. Being surrounded by this ancient ice, floating among icebergs, or standing within an ice cave is a deeply moving experience. It connects us to the deep history of our planet. The water locked in this ice fell as snow hundreds or even thousands of years ago. It contains a record of the Earth's atmosphere from a time long past. To touch this ice is to touch history. It is a powerful, humbling reminder of the vast timescales on which nature operates, and of the incredible, frozen beauty that lies hidden in the blue heart of the glaciers at the end of the world. Section 5. A Fragile Kingdom. This magnificent world of ice is incredibly vulnerable. The glaciers of Patagonia are on the front line of our planet's changing climate. A few, like Perito Moreno, remain stable for now, but the vast majority are retreating at an alarming rate. The southern Patagonian ice field is thinning faster than almost any other in the world. The silent, majestic rivers of ice are shrinking, leaving barren, rocky valleys and enlarged lakes. The frozen kingdom is melting. The evidence is stark and undeniable. Old photographs and maps show much larger glaciers, their icy tongues now receded by miles. Trim lines mark former ice heights, now exposed high above current glacier surfaces. This rapid melting has profound consequences. It changes Patagonia's iconic landscapes, contributes to global sea level rise, and threatens downstream water supplies that depend on seasonal melt. The beauty of calving glaciers is spectacular, but also a sign of fragility. As the climate warms, calving events can become more frequent, accelerating the rate at which the glacier loses mass. The thunderous fall of ice shows nature's power and sounds like a cry of distress. The magnificent blue icebergs that fill the lakes are, in a sense, the ghosts of a retreating giant. They are a beautiful, somber reminder of an ecosystem in delicate balance, a balance now disrupted by forces beyond Patagonia. Our journey ends with awe and a sense of urgency. Glaciers are not just tourist draws, they are vital to planetary health, a barometer of global change. Their frozen beauty is a legacy of the ice ages, thousands of years in the making. Witnessing their grandeur is a privilege and a responsibility. The fate of this fragile kingdom rests in our hands as we leave the cold blue south and turn toward the driest place on Earth. Section 1. The Land of Absolute Dryness. From the frozen, water-rich world of Patagonia, our journey takes another dramatic leap to an opposite extreme. We travel north to a place defined not by an abundance of water, but by its almost complete absence. This is the Atacama Desert in northern Chile, the driest non-polar desert on Earth. It is a landscape that feels utterly alien, a place more akin to the surface of Mars than to the lush continent we have been exploring. The transition is absolute. The cold, wet air of the south is replaced by a dry, mineral heat. The palette of greens and blues gives way to a spectrum of ochre, red, bone white, under a sky of piercing, cloudless blue. The statistics of the Atacama's dryness are staggering. On average, this desert receives less than a millimeter of rain per year. Some weather stations here have never recorded any rainfall at all. The reason for this extreme aridity is a perfect storm of geography. To the west, the cold Humboldt Current in the Pacific Ocean prevents moisture from forming. To the east, the towering wall of the Andes Mountains creates an immense rain shadow, blocking any wet weather from the Amazon basin. Trapped between these two barriers, the Atacama is a land starved of water, a place where the very concept of rain feels like a distant fantasy. The landscape itself is a testament to this profound lack of water. Without the erosive force of rain, the terrain has been shaped primarily by wind and the slow, relentless power of geology. We soar over vast, empty salt pans, or salares, that shimmer in the heat, their surfaces cracked into a mosaic of white polygons. We drift through canyons of red rock and explore valleys filled with bizarre, wind-sculpted formations that defy easy description. In places like the Valley of the Moon, the ground is a chaotic jumble of salt, clay, sand, creating a scene so unearthly that it has been used as a testing ground for Mars rovers. This is a world stripped down to its bare essentials: rock, salt, and sun. The silence here is different from that of the mountains or glaciers. It is a heavy, profound silence, the silence of a world where very little grows and very little moves. The air is so dry that it leaches moisture from your skin and your breath. Yet, in this harshness, there is a stark and captivating beauty. The clarity of the light is extraordinary, making distant mountains seem deceptively close and casting sharp, dark shadows that move across the landscape as the sun traverses the sky. This is nature at its most minimal and most raw. Section 2. Life on the margins. In a place that seems so hostile to life, it is easy to assume that nothing could survive. But life is tenacious. It clings to existence here in unexpected, ingenious ways. The strategies for survival in the Atacama are masterpieces of adaptation, lessons in resilience against overwhelming odds. Life has not conquered this desert. It has learned to bow to its extreme rules, finding precious footholds in a world of scarcity. Microscopic organisms, hardy animals. The desert is not as empty as it first appears. It is a world of hidden life, operating on a different timescale. Some of the most remarkable survivors are the plants. Hardy shrubs and cacti have evolved deep root systems to tap into underground water sources, or succulent leaves to store what little moisture they can gather from the coastal fog, known as the camanchata. This fog rolls in from the Pacific, a ghostly blanket of moisture that provides a lifeline for a unique ecosystem of lichens, cacti, and insects along the coast. Further inland, life becomes even more sparse. Yet even here, in the driest core of the desert, scientists have found microorganisms living inside rocks, feeding on minerals and drawing moisture from the faintest of traces. Where there is water, however limited, it creates an oasis of activity. In the high-altitude Altiplano region of the desert, saline lakes, fed by underground springs, dot the landscape. These lakes are often colored in extraordinary hues of red, green, and blue. And here, in these harsh, salty waters, we find one of the most surprising sights in the Atacama: flamingos. 3 different species of Andean flamingos gather here to feed on the brine shrimp and algae that thrive in this extreme environment. Their delicate pink forms against the stark volcanic landscape create a surreal and beautiful contrast. The animal life is as specialized as the flora. The vicuña, a wild relative of the llama, roams the high plains, its fine, dense wool providing insulation against the extreme temperature swings between day and night. Small rodents like the vizcacha, which we also met in the Andes, emerge at dusk from their rocky burrows to forage. Even predators, like the culpio fox, have adapted, developing a varied diet and a keen ability to find water. Life in the Atacama is a story of endurance, a quiet and constant struggle that plays out on the margins, proving that even in the driest place on Earth, the impulse to live is an irresistible force. Section 3. A window to the cosmos. The same conditions that make the Atacama so challenging for life on Earth make it one of the best places on the planet to look beyond it. High altitude, stable weather patterns, lack of moisture, creates skies of unparalleled clarity. There is virtually no water vapor to distort the light, and with sparse population, there is minimal light pollution. This makes the Atacama Desert a pristine window to the cosmos, a place where humanity has built some of the most powerful eyes on the universe to peer into the deepest secrets of space. As the sun sets, the desert performs its final spectacle of the day. Deep purple, fiery orange, soft pink, painting the western horizon. The stark landscape is bathed in a soft, ethereal light. But this is just the opening act. As the last vestiges of twilight fade, the main event begins. The sky transforms into a celestial masterpiece. The Milky Way blazes across the heavens, not as a faint, hazy band, but as a brilliant, textured river of light, so bright that it casts a faint shadow on the ground. Billions of stars emerge, shining with a steady, piercing intensity. This is why the world's leading astronomical organizations have chosen this high plateau to build their most advanced observatories. We visit the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array, or ALMA. A collection of 66 giant radio antennas work together as a single massive telescope, probing the cold, dark universe. They study the birth of stars and planets, examine the hearts of distant galaxies, and search for the chemical building blocks of life in space. These silent, gleaming dishes, pointed towards the heavens, are a symbol of human curiosity, a high-tech counterpoint to the ancient, raw landscape that surrounds them. They are humanity's attempt to find its own place in the vastness that the desert sky reveals so clearly. For the ancient inhabitants of this region, the night sky was also a map and a sacred text. While Western cultures saw constellations in the stars, the Andean people also saw dark constellations in the dust lanes of the Milky Way, picturing animals like a llama, a snake, and a fox. The sky was not separate from the earth. It was an integral part of their world, guiding their agriculture, rituals, and understanding of the cosmos. Lying on the cold desert floor, gazing up at the infinite expanse of stars, it is easy to feel that connection. The Atacama not only strips the earth down to its essence, It also strips away the veil between us and the universe. Section 4. The Great White Sea, Salar de Uyuni. From the driest desert on Earth, we cross into Bolivia, to a landscape equally extreme but different. This is the Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. It defies conventional definitions of landscape. Over 4,000 square miles, a blindingly white expanse of salt. So flat, the horizon is a perfectly straight line. In the dry season, the ground is a patchwork of polygonal salt crystals, a white desert that crunches underfoot. The scale disorients the senses. The salar is the remnant of prehistoric Lago Minchen. As the water evaporated, it left a colossal crust of salt, in places over 30 feet thick. Beneath the surface lies the world's largest lithium reserve. Lithium is a critical component in modern batteries. That makes the salar strategically important for technology. But primarily its surreal, otherworldly beauty. The sheer emptiness defines it. There are no trees, no hills, no landmarks, just endless white under an endless blue sky. Islands rise unexpectedly from the salt crust. The most famous, Isla Incahuasi, a rocky outcrop covered in giant cardon cacti. Some are centuries old, many stand over 30 feet tall. Climb the island for a 360-degree view. From there, the scale is revealed. It feels like a small island in a frozen ocean. Tall cacti stand like silent sentinels. The lack of reference points creates a photographer's playground. Normal rules of perspective no longer apply. Objects can look tiny or gigantic. People hold tiny cars in their hands, or are chased by toy dinosaurs looming large. It invites creativity and playfulness, a giant white canvas. This stark, empty landscape becomes a space of infinite possibility. Section 5. For a few months during the rainy season, typically from January to March, the Salar de Uyuni undergoes a magical transformation. A thin layer of water covers the salt flat, turning this vast white desert into the world's largest natural mirror. The water is so still, and the salt bed so perfectly flat that it creates a flawless reflection of the sky above. The horizon completely vanishes. The distinction between heaven and earth disappears. To stand here is to feel as if you are floating in the middle of space, suspended between two skies. Driving across the flooded salar is an experience without parallel. 4x4 vehicles glide across the clouds. Tires send out perfect, V-shaped ripples that disturb the mirror for a moment. The mirror settles back into glassy perfection. The sky and its reflection create a sphere of blue and white around you. It is disorienting and deeply peaceful. Every cloud, every ray of sunlight, every star in the night sky is duplicated in perfect symmetry. The world is turned upside down. At sunset, the spectacle becomes even more breathtaking. As the sun sinks toward the non-existent horizon, the world is bathed in impossible colors. Fiery orange, soft pink, deep violet. The effect is total and immersive. You are inside it. Then darkness falls and the stars emerge. The mirror works its magic once more. Constellations and the Milky Way are reflected with such clarity. It feels as though you are standing on a spaceship, floating through a galaxy of infinite stars above and below. From the dry, red earth of the Atacama to the celestial mirror of Uyuni, the astonishing diversity of South America's arid extremes. One landscape draws your attention to the ground, to the rocks and the minerals, and then up to the stars. The other erases the ground entirely, dissolving the world into a dreamscape of light and reflection. Both are places of profound silence and immense space. Section 1. The Living Laboratory. Our journey takes one final leap into the extreme, to a place where life has followed a unique, isolated path. We travel 600 miles off Ecuador, the Galapagos Islands. Not tropical paradises of swaying palms, but stark volcanic landscapes forged by fire. Young islands in geological terms, their isolation turned them into a living laboratory of evolution. Charles Darwin in 1835 made observations here that changed science. A world where animals have no fear of humans, where we are tolerated guests. shores guarded by creatures found nowhere else. Marine iguanas bask on black rocks, prehistoric in appearance, sneezing salt from nose glands after feeding on algae. Pristine white sand beaches host lazy sea lions. Pups play in shallow tide pools, often coming right up to visitors, their large, dark eyes curious. Wildness not yet wary. Bird life is extraordinary and fearless. Blue-footed booby performs its comical courtship dance. Frigate birds inflate bright red throat pouches. Darwin's finches flit about on the ground. Their plain looks hide revolutionary beaks, each beak adapted to a different food on a different island. Evolution in action, alive. Born of volcanic fire and shaped by the sea, black lava fields, red sand beaches, turquoise bays. Underwater is just as vibrant. Swim with graceful sea turtles, playful sea lions. The Galapagos penguin, the only penguin north of the equator. A delicate, precious ecosystem and window into life's processes. To visit is to witness evolution, living and breathing before your eyes. From the unique quiet of the Galapagos, we plunge into a world of thunderous, overwhelming power. We return to the mainland, to the border of Argentina and Brazil, to witness one of the planet's greatest spectacles of raw force. This is Iguazu Falls. It is not a single waterfall, but a colossal system of 275 individual cascades that stretch for nearly 2 miles along the Iguazu River. Long before you see them, you hear them. A deep, constant roar that vibrates through the ground. Then you feel them. A permanent cloud of mist rising hundreds of feet into the air, drenching the rainforest and forming perpetual rainbows. We follow the walkways winding through the jungle, teasing glimpses before the full panorama is revealed. The scale is almost impossible to process. A vast curtain of water pours over a giant precipice, divided by rocky, tree-covered islands. The sheer volume of water is immense. After heavy rains, up to 450,000 cubic feet can plummet every second. It is unrestrained natural energy, terrifying and mesmerizing. The water runs the color of rich red earth, carrying sediment on its final journey. The heart of the falls is a U-shaped chasm called the Garganta del Diablo, the Devil's Throat. Here, half the river's flow converges and crashes down 269 feet into a seeming abyss. Standing on the edge platform is a full sensory assault. The roar is deafening, the billowing mist soaks you in seconds, and the force of the water creates a wind that pushes you back. It is elemental, hypnotic, untamable water at full drama. Despite the violence, life thrives in the mist. The national park is a sanctuary for wildlife. Toucans with brilliant beaks dart through the trees. Coatis forage on the forest floor and sometimes on the walkways. Swifts fly through the waterfalls to nest on the rock faces. Iguazu is a stunning contrast, destructive power that creates and sustains vibrant life. Our journey through South America's extremes has shown us nature at its most powerful and life at its most resilient. But the story of this continent is incomplete without understanding the human element. We ascend once more into the Andes, to a place where nature and human ingenuity have merged to create something truly magical. Hidden on a high mountain ridge, shrouded in mist, lies the lost city of the Inca, Machu Picchu. It is perhaps the most famous archaeological site in the Americas, a place that continues to mystify and inspire all who visit it. Its location alone is breathtaking, surrounded by steep green peaks, Urubamba River snaking far below. For centuries, this magnificent city remained hidden from the outside world, abandoned by the Inca and reclaimed by the jungle. Its rediscovery in 1911 revealed a masterpiece of engineering and architecture. The Inca were master stonemasons. They built Machu Picchu without mortar, cutting granite blocks so precisely that not even a knife blade can fit between them. These walls have withstood centuries of earthquakes and rain. The city is a marvel of urban planning, with distinct agricultural and urban sectors, a complex water system, and buildings aligned to astronomical events. The city was built in perfect harmony with its environment, adapting to the mountain's natural contours. The magnificent agricultural terraces are a brilliant solution to farming in this vertical world. They created arable land, prevented soil erosion, and had a sophisticated drainage system, allowing the Inca to grow crops like corn and potatoes. Machu Picchu is not a city imposed upon a landscape. It is a city that grew out of the mountain itself, a testament to a deep respect for the natural world. The true purpose of Machu Picchu remains a subject of debate. Was it a royal estate, a sacred religious center, a military stronghold? Perhaps it was all of these things. As we walk through its silent stone passageways, temples, palaces, and houses, a sense of wonder prevails. You can feel the presence of the people who lived here, a civilization that reached incredible heights in one of the world's most challenging environments. Machu Picchu is the ultimate symbol of the human story in South America, a story of adaptation, innovation, and a profound spiritual connection to the land. The legacy of the Inca and other ancient cultures is not confined to stone ruins. It is a living thread that runs through the vibrant tapestry of modern South America. From the high Andes to the Amazon basin, ancient traditions, languages, and beliefs persist, often blending with newer influences to create a rich and unique cultural identity. This human element is the final, and perhaps most profound extreme we explore. The incredible resilience of culture in the face of immense change. The story of South America is written not only in its landscapes, but in the faces, festivals, and daily lives of its people. We visit a bustling market in Cusco, the historic capital of the Inca Empire. Here, the past and present collide in a vibrant explosion of color and sound. Women in traditional dress, their hats signifying their home village, sell a dazzling array of goods. Vendor in traditional clothing, smiling behind a colorful display of potatoes and corn. Dozens of varieties of potatoes. Brightly colored quinoa. Exotic fruits from the jungle. Quechua spoken alongside Spanish. You can hear the language here. This market is more than a place of commerce. It is a living museum, a celebration of the agricultural and cultural wealth that has sustained Andean people for millennia. This connection between nature and culture is visible everywhere. In many communities, the mountains, rivers, and the earth itself are still revered as sacred spirits, or apus. Rituals offering thanks to Pachamama, or Mother Earth, are still practiced, a belief system rooted in a deep understanding of dependency on the land for survival. This worldview fosters a sense of stewardship and respect for the environment that stands in stark contrast to the modern drive for exploitation. From the isolated tribes of the Amazon fighting to protect their ancestral lands, to the weavers of the Andes keeping their stories alive in cloth, the human thread is one of remarkable strength. This journey through South America's wildest extremes has revealed landscapes of unimaginable beauty and power, but it has also revealed the enduring strength of the human spirit. The people of this continent have adapted to and been shaped by these extremes, creating cultures as diverse and as resilient as the ecosystems they inhabit. Their story is the heart of this land, a final, powerful testament to life's ability to thrive against all odds. Our journey across South America has come to an end. We have traveled from the sweltering, life-filled heart of the Amazon to the frozen, silent world of Patagonia's glaciers. We have stood in the driest desert on Earth and witnessed the thunderous power of Iguazu Falls. We have soared over the high peaks of the Andes and dived into the unique evolutionary cradle of the Galapagos. We have seen a continent defined by its breathtaking contrasts, a land where fire meets ice, and where the raw, untamed power of nature is on full display at every turn. It is a land of superlatives, a place of staggering diversity and immense scale that inspires both awe and humility. This is a continent where life has been pushed to its absolute limits, and in doing so, has produced moments of incredible beauty and resilience. We have seen flamingos thrive in caustic lagoons, jaguars master a flooded kingdom, and ancient cultures build cities in the clouds. Each extreme environment has forged its own unique community of life, each with its own remarkable story of survival. The story of South America is the story of adaptation, a testament to the relentless, creative force of evolution in shaping both the natural world and the human spirit. It is a world of endless discovery. To witness these wonders is a profound privilege, but it is also a powerful reminder of what is at stake. From the melting glaciers of the south to the threatened forests of the north, these precious ecosystems are fragile. They are a vital part of our planet's health and a shared natural heritage for all of humanity. The future of this continent of wonder rests in our ability to understand, to respect, and to protect it. It is our responsibility to ensure that these wild, extreme, and beautiful places continue to inspire awe for generations to come. The story of South America is not over. It is a living, evolving narrative that we all have a part in writing. We have shown you but a glimpse of this continent's marvels. Final epic montage. Its wild heart continues to beat with a powerful rhythm, a rhythm of jungles and glaciers, deserts and waterfalls. We hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and filled you with the same sense of wonder that we feel. The world is full of incredible places, but few can match the sheer, diverse, and extreme beauty of South America. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Now, we want to hear from you. What was your favorite extreme location? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more journeys into the wild.